What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Ryan Pineda Show, where we talk all things business, real estate, and entrepreneurship. And today we are going to talk about a topic that I know is probably going to be a little controversial, but that is your credit score and why I don't think it really matters that much. So I feel the need to make this video because I see so many different YouTube videos talking about how do I get a perfect credit score? How do I get an 850? And these are a bunch of 20-year-old kids trying to have perfect credit. And every time I watch it, I'm like, why? What's a 20-year-old kid gonna do with perfect credit? Who cares? You ain't making any money. Nobody's gonna lend you anything anyway. And that's the reality of this. Too many people are concerned about credit versus actually making money. And I'll be quite honest with you guys. I personally have never had over an 800 credit score. And honestly, I could care less. It has never impacted me one bit. And let me tell you why. All right, so let's back up and talk about why would you even want a good credit score? What's the very most important thing that credit gives you? To me, the most important thing is how much money are they gonna give me? That's what I care about. I wanna know who's gonna give me money, who's gonna give me credit cards, who's gonna give me unsecured lines of credit, who's gonna give me mortgages, who's gonna give me auto loans. That's what I wanna know. I wanna know how much money are people gonna give me. To me, that's the most important thing. The second thing is what is the interest rate on the money they're giving me? And I think that's where people get it confused. They are so worried about having a high credit score so they can get low interest rates. Well, I can tell you, I could care less if you save $100 on your payment. What I care about is how much money can you actually borrow? How many things can you actually buy? And you know what's the most important thing that they look at for how much money someone wants to give you? It's your income and it's your assets. Those are the most important things. A bank is going to give you a lot more money when you own real estate. They're going to give you unsecured lines of credit when you got money in the bank. Now, will my credit score help me get a better interest rate? Absolutely. But if you're gonna make me choose between getting a $100,000 line of credit at 7% versus a $20,000 line of credit at 4%, I can guarantee you, without even blinking, I'm going to take the 7%, $100,000. Because I know in my business of real estate investing and flipping houses, I can do a lot of damage with $100,000. I could care less that I'm paying a little bit more in interest to borrow it. And there's a reason why my credit score has never been above 800, because I'm actually using the credit I'm given. If you're tapping into your credit cards and your lines of credit and this money that banks want to lend you, naturally your credit usage is going to be high, which is going to make your score lower. If you want to raise your score, you have to pay down that credit and get it lower. At that point, what's the point of even having credit? If I can't even use it, what do I care that my score is high? So that's one of the big reasons I just don't care about credit score. I don't check my credit score every month. I could care less. All I care about is how much money are people willing to give me? Because with that money, even if the interest rate is high, I know I can make a lot more money. And I'll give you guys an example. When I first started flipping houses, I had about $10,000 in the bank. But I also had about $50,000 in credit that I was not using. So what did I do? I ended up cash advancing all of that credit into my bank account. So now I had $60,000, but I also had maxed out credit cards. And do you guys know what that did to my credit score? It tanked it. My credit score went to the 500s because I maxed out those credit cards. And you know what? I didn't care because I took that money, I flipped my first house, I made $25,000. I took that money, reinvested it, kept flipping houses, and built it up into millions. And I would not have been able to do it if I was worried about having this great credit score. See, that's the thing with credit is if you use it, your score will go down. So you have to make the choice. I'm gonna actually use the credit that I have or I'm not. And if I'm not, why do I even have credit? What's the point? And it's always been interesting to me why my score has never been above 800 because I've never missed a payment, I've never been delinquent, I've paid off multiple mortgages, I've paid off hundreds of thousands in credit, and yet my score still just never goes up because I'm constantly reusing the credit so I can go and make more money. And so that's what you have to ask yourself is, am I more concerned about having a high credit score for, I guess, the vanity of having a high credit score? Or am I more concerned about actually using the credit I have and making money? To me, it's about making money. It's not about having a high credit score. What I want you guys to start thinking about instead of credit is how can I raise my income? If I raise my income, I will have access to more mortgages, more credit lines, I'll have more money in the bank. That's much more valuable than a high credit score. I've always believed that you can either have a saver's mentality or an earner's mentality. For the savers, they feel like they have a fixed income and they can't do anything to break that. The income is what it is, and for them to actually grow wealth and to accumulate money, they have to save. They have to cut costs wherever they can. So having a high credit score and lower interest payments will help them save money. They'll have a lower car payment, they'll have a lower mortgage, and that will help them. That's great. You can do that and you can go save a couple $100. On the other hand, you could think, how can I gain more income? To me, being an entrepreneur, this is way easier. I can go make a couple $100 doing anything and everything versus trying to go save a couple $100. If I wanna go enjoy that Starbucks or enjoy eating out, in my mind, I'm like, how do I afford that? How do I earn more income so I can do that on a regular basis? I don't think, how do I save so that I can enjoy this one time? No, that's a saver's mentality. You don't need that. You need to think, how do I become an earner? How do I earn more money to do the things I want? And with earning more money, the credit will naturally follow. Even if your score is not high, you're gonna have access to credit. I have over $10 million in real estate debt right now. And people get scared of the word debt because they don't understand it, but I own a lot of real estate assets, even with not having a high credit score, because people trust me because they know I earn a high income and they know I know what I'm doing. They're not giving $10 million to somebody with an 850 credit score who doesn't know how to earn money. That's the difference, guys. You need to get in the earner's mindset. I would also encourage you guys to apply for all the credit you can. A lot of people say, don't apply for all these credit cards and all these loans because it's gonna ding your credit. Once again, do you plan on actually using the money or not? For me, if I can go apply and get a couple of $100,000 in lines of credit that I can actually use, even if the interest rate's a little higher, I'm gonna do that every time. Versus the person who doesn't apply at all because they're worried about hurting their credit. That person is not gonna be able to do the things that I'm able to do because I'm actually utilizing what I have. It's kind of a catch-22. You use the credit, you get penalized. You don't use the credit, why do you even have it? Anyways, this video was more of a rant than anything. I hope that it at least made sense to you guys. I don't expect you to agree with me, but all I can tell you is it's gotten me to where I am today. I still utilize my credit like crazy. I still max out credit cards. I still max out my unsecured lines of credit. I'm still refinancing. I'm still getting mortgages. Borrowing money is really the key to pushing yourself to the next level. And that's what makes real estate so great, is our ability to borrow. We don't have to go buy everything in cash. We can actually take a very high amount of leverage, which is credit, and go buy real estate and have these assets worth a lot more than the cash we actually put into them. And that's why more millionaires are made through real estate than anything else. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you go and hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little bell button so you're notified every time I release a new video. And if you don't already, make sure you go follow me on all the socials. I'm active on there every single day. You can see the behind the scenes of my life, my business, and everything else going on. And look, if you don't agree with me, I'd love to hear why. Make sure you leave a comment below and I'll respond and tell you what I think. That's the beauty of this thing, is that there's many different ways to achieve wealth and financial freedom. I just prefer the way of utilizing my credit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. What's going on, guys? I appreciate you for watching this video. If you're trying to figure out what kind of next steps you should be taking, we have a few options for you. The first thing you can do is continue to watch all the videos on my channel. We've got a lot of great content on real estate, in specific flipping, wholesaling, rentals, money, Airbnb, you name it, we've made videos on it. We also talk about financing and budgets and many other things that you can do to become a better entrepreneur and business person. But if you really want to scale your real estate investing business, I want you to do one thing. Go to futureflipper.com. You can find it in the link below. On the website, we have all of our different products that can help you scale your real estate business. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you're advanced or you have money or you don't have any money, we have a product and service for you. It ranges from downloading my book and contracts absolutely for free. We also have my online course, which has helped hundreds of people scale their business and get their first deal. And lastly, if you want to work directly with me hand in hand, you can join my coaching program. I will personally coach you and help you get to the next level wherever that is for you. Whether it's getting your first deal or building a business that does 100+ deals a year like mine, I've been all the way through that and I know what it takes to get there, and I would love to help you get there as well. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you go to futureflipper.com. And if you're not sure what you should do, All you gotta do is hit the apply button and my membership director will get in contact with you directly and figure out what's best for you. So I'd love to see you guys take your real estate investing career to the next level. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I appreciate you coming to this channel. So I wanna see you guys reach new heights in your real estate investing career. Take care.